Hey, hey, hey. We're live. Wednesday night. The big news of the day is the channel hit 100,000 subscribers. I am thrilled. I'm excited. I'm very happy. I'm happy to be in here. And look, I got the chat working this week, unlike last week. And since it's 100,000, I mean, you knew we had to. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Yeah, let's check in with the chat. I want to talk about the 100,000, but I'm going to keep an eye on this too. Who do we got in? Stayed up till 2 a.m. for this. Thank you, Rip Nashed, and say hello. Where are you from? 12 likes out of 20 people. Not bad. Street lights are stupid. Get rid of them. I hear you. Made it. Hey, Maddie. Greetings all. Congrats, Josh. Thank you, Tracy. Hey, everybody. So yeah, what happens if I unsubscribe as a joke? Sure. No one would notice. I mean, I'd see the number drop by 1, but I mean, it's over 100K, so you're not going to drop me down below unless 70. I think there's another 100 since that already, so we need 100 people to drop. But hey, yeah, I wanted to just say thank you, first of all. It's been 3.5 years on the channel. I need to say a big thank you to my brother and cameraman Eric. My brother writing with me and for me for the first several years of the channel. Not quite as much anymore, but he writes a lot of the couch stuff still. And then, of course, cameraman Eric, who has shot everything that you've seen on the channel, except for like 1 or 2 little things. But he's, supplied me with all kinds of his time and effort and talents. So it's not a one-man show, it's a 3-man show. I'd also have to say thanks to my dog and to my wife for putting up with me doing this stuff all the time. And of course, all of you guys, all the cornflakes, everybody for sticking with the channel and sticking. 3.5 years is a long haul to get here, and we're not even close to where we need to be and where I want to be, and we're going to get there, but it's been a lot of fun so far, and the best is yet to come, I promise. So thanks for hanging around, and I'll make some announcements throughout the night. I have stuff planned. I've had things planned for 100K for a while, so there's going to be some stuff dropping in the next week or so. Rip, where are you from? Oh, Scotland. That's where my brother lives. Yeah. That's cool. Your channel's way underrated. Well, thank you. Dog reveal. The dog reveal's always around. He's always on the lives. He's just down here now because I don't have the couch behind me anymore because I did a setup down here for now. Who's the guy in the glasses? Nerd. Yeah. I keep meaning to use. I just don't wear glasses in the videos sometimes because I get glare. But I've only recently joined the leagues, the ranks of the blind. I've never needed glasses until apparently recently, just for when I'm on my computer and things. Congrats on 100K, Josh. You are the man. Thank you. Well, so first up, what is coming out? Merch. Merch. Everybody's been on my case. I've been working with a company. The designs have been finalized. I got some things that'll look familiar. The main classic logo. I'm not one of those people who's going to set up merch for the channel and just everything under the sun. I think that's tacky and gross and ugly and cheap and garbage. You don't need throw pillows. You don't need a tote bag or a water bottle. It's freaking lame. So I'm just doing t-shirts. I'm only doing like 3 exclusive t-shirts. The hand logo, but a redone hand logo. It looks really sick. It's awesome. I got it redone. I'm doing the main logo, and I'm doing Stop the Swings logo, and they're all just very subtle. They're not big giant shirts. I didn't go that route. I went with like it's like a circular patch here for each of them. I think it looks cool on the shirts. It's printed right on the shirt. They're available 3 colorways, and there's going to be maybe some stickers as well for the Stop the Swings thing, because I think that makes sense. Bang, bang, bang. You know, the kid on the swing with the Ghostbusters cross. So that's coming in the next week. I'll have another announcement later on in the live about what else is coming. Your videos have really helped me through my criminology course. Super informative and funny. Well, thank you. I've actually recently been asked to potentially speak at a university in the States and then debate with students on stuff, which should be fun, because they're looking for not just the way it was worded to me kind of offended me slightly. They're like, we don't just want academics. I'm like, oh, okay, you want a dumbass like me. But no, they're looking to grab some people more from the, like, let's call it pop culture side of things too, to come and speak. So they've asked me, so I'll have more news on that soon. It's not for like a year. Swings. Stop the Swings logo is a need. Yeah, I think that's cool, eh? That's Stop the Swings stuff. Careful doing that hand movement. It looks like you're doing something untoward. What hand movement did I do? You do this? Yeah, merch will ship worldwide. I'm working with a company. 6 to 9 months. Get on it, Josh. What does that mean, 6 to 9 months? That's awesome. A debate with you would be awesome. Yeah, it's not so much like, yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. A serial killer is not motivated by sex. Here we go. I knew we were gonna get into this. Glad to get into this. A serial killer not motivated by sex is Joseph Paul Franklin, a hate crime serial killer who targeted black people, interracial couples, and Jewish people. And I think he killed 18 people. Yeah, that would be an example of one. As the video says, that video is doing very, very well for the channel. I wasn't overly surprised, given the title, given the thumbnail. But it's still doing very, very well. It's like a record setter. Sorry, he plays with a dildo an entire video, and I don't think Josh is afraid of his hand motion. That's true. That video, it was based on that comment that I got. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it was based on a comment. Somebody left a comment on a video, just said, hey, here's the thing, all serial killers are sexually motivated. That's what makes a serial killer a serial killer. That's the differentiator. And yeah, like I said in the intro, I'm like, no, they're not. That's not true. And then you think for a second, you go, wait a minute. Wait, who wasn't? You know? So that, it was just me doing that, going, wait, who wasn't? And I was like, you know what? There's a video here. Because I know that it's not true, but off the top of your head, you couldn't kind of think, right? So it was kind of that, when I have that moment where I go, wait a minute, that to me says, oh, there's probably a video here. There's probably a question here that other people have. There's something interesting that we can all talk about, right? The boss from the north. Thank you. You guys are gonna, the next video I was debating. I was running this by, hold on one sec. What video? Yeah, okay, what's dropping next? debating university students as a non-academic. There's a guy on YouTube already doing this. What's his name again? Charlie something. I haven't seen him post anything lately, though. The videos Josh makes aren't supposed to solve the reason as to why they exist, because there is no set answer. Yes, that's true. They aren't really. They're more about asking the questions, proposing some theories that are out there, like saying, like, here's some things that I found that are out there, and what do we all think about it? Let's talk. You know, like, that's the thing. Because there's not one answer. So next video is coming out this weekend, and I'm finally tackling the topic of why America. I've seen that a lot on the channel, in the comments as well too. People saying, like, why do you always talk about America? Why does America have way more serial killers than anywhere else? Right? And the numbers back that up. You've seen the charts probably. Guess what? I'm going to pull out a whole butt ton of charts in this episode. Because I'm sure you've seen that chart, right? About America's share of serial killers, like how many they have. So I'm looking into that. Now the question was, as a Canadian that I am, like, well, truth be told, the video goes in, through my research, the video goes in a bit of an unexpected way. It's not a negative America video. It's not bashing the United States. I'm not someone who bashes the United States. I lived there for a number of years, right? And I loved living there. But I was thinking, like, hey, I'd love to. Here's the thing about US as well. You guys have a better graphic for clothing. Your flag. The Canada flag doesn't work as well. Like the Star Spangled Banner, or whatever you want to call it, the Stars and Stripes works well. I was going to get like a Stars and Stripes tank to wear for the video, but then I was like, but I'm not American. Will people get pissed off at me as a Canadian being like, shut up, you know, people would say hoser even though no one in Canada ever uses the word hoser. Shut up, you stupid hoser, you're not even American. Why are you wearing that American shirt and talking bad about my country? It's like, well, I'm not. But anyways, when are we getting Bonnie and Clyde, sir? I'm working on that one in the background. It's just a massive video, and I don't want to overly rush it. So it's getting chipped away at. Congratulations on 100K. Well, thank you. 100K is super cool, but going to be minuscule number before this ride is over, bro. That's the hope. That's the goal. Let's ask an important question. What's everyone's cereal of choice? I decided to bring this back and eat on camera. I haven't eaten on camera in like a year because people lost their crap after the channel first started to blow up. A little bit. Not blow up, but pick up. No one said anything about me eating for like 3 years when the channel was just doing like a couple hundred views per episode. Then all of a sudden it starts to pick up, and all of a sudden people are coming out of the woodwork going like, hey, don't ever eat in your next video. I'm going to... It's disgusting and I hate it. Blah, blah, blah. It sounds gross. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I've got like 3 years of content already shot with me eating, so too bad. But I can tell you what, I won't do it moving forward. How about that? Reese Puffs, there you go. Quit your job already so you can have more time to edit. Well, I pretty much, not that I have, but I'm fortunate. I can spend most of my time on the channel. The goal would be to have the finances available to have more people, like a couple other people, like cameraman Eric, or somebody else to help with some edits. I don't know if anybody can edit. I've tried now a few people to edit some stuff for me, and nobody's, I don't know. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm like, come on. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, CTC. Good one. I lived for the cereal videos. Honeycombs. Yo, honeycombs are great, but did you notice they changed honeycombs? I bought a box of honeycombs like a couple years ago. For the first time, and it was a few years, right? And I was like, they're smaller. feel like they're smaller. Or am I just bigger? So I Googled it. There's some Reddit threads that you wouldn't believe. People furious that they shrunk honeycombs and all this. Wow, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is running away with it here. Here's a, you know what? Do they have this in the States? I don't even know, because we have different cereals to an extent. A lot of the same. There's a cereal here called Life. Guy, Life is an underrated cereal. So good. What? The Canadian flag is awesome. So many Aussies want a new flag. Yeah, the Australian flag sucks. No offense. We hold yours as the perfect example of a recently improved one. The Stars and Stripes is okay, but the Maple Leaf is perfect. Yeah, I mean, I like our flag. I think it's unique and different and cool. Doesn't work as well as clothing. I like I mean, you can get just the leaf and but the white and the red works well as a hat, maybe. Cocoa Pop, Lucky Charms, yeah, classic. They're imported here, though. Where do you live, Ireland? Sorry, that's a bad joke. Best cereal is Nutri-Grain. 75-year-old has entered the chat, folks. Just kidding. You know what? I love Raisin Bran, too. Here we go. People are on to Life. Life is amazing, and Life is good. You gotta love it when Life's on sale 2 for 1. Get 2 lives. Oreo O's. Excuse me for a second. I've got a cold. Somehow. I got summer cough. Congrats on 100K. Well deserved. Keep churning out the funny and sometimes thought-provoking content. Yep. That's the goal. That's the goal. I have a feeling the next one on the US should do very well. So I'm hoping it does. When I visited Canada as a teenager, I kept making probably insensitive jokes about Canadians being obsessed with leaves. I guess leaves are probably better than guns, but whatever. The Canadian stereotypes are funny. I mean, the stereotypes are always funny, right? That's like that. It's so cold here. And it is in areas, but where I live, I'm more southern than quite a bit of the United States. If you look at Ontario on a map, I'm right down by the point of Ontario. There's a lot of the United States up above me. In the summertime, here I'm getting close to maybe 100 degrees, close to. It's not igloos, but the winter is cold. But I'd say we're always probably 1 or 2 degrees either way within New York City. That's where I used to live, so I'm familiar with the weather lines. A couple degrees either way, maybe. Nothing tops Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch running away with it, folks. There is an organic brand Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, Annie's. And wow, it's actually really freaking good. They're a little puffy sometimes too. Oh man, so good. But CTC is really good. You remember about the cheap knockoff one? It's called French Toast Crunch or something. I feel like all those cereals. My only memory of going to Canada was visiting the Rainforest Cafe in Niagara Falls, and I want to keep it that way. Rainforest Cafe, Niagara Falls. Oh my God, Niagara Falls, Canada is just trash, man. It sucks. No offense if you're from there, but it's just gross. The Clifton Hill, it's just all these crappy Madame Tussauds and shitty Hershey stores. It's like Canada's Times Square, very, very, very light. I'm in northern Ontario. It's bitter cold in the winter, but also 48 degrees in the summer. Yeah. Oh, northern Ontario. I hope you're all right with the fires. Or were. I love stereotype jokes. The amount of times people ask if I'm ginger and wear a kilt. Yes, I'm ginger. Yeah, I mean, you have to be. You're Scottish. What did I see the other day? It was so funny. It was something about speaking saying these words together that were just totally different words, but when you say them in just a regular English, like Canadian or North American English, it sounds exactly like this other Scottish phrase. It's funny. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. I think I saved it. So yeah, I bet Buffalo, New York gets colder than where you are. Buffalo is probably the same. Buffalo's so close. Like Buffalo's like only like a 3-hour drive maybe. Not even from Toronto, really, but I'm not Toronto. But yeah, I used to drive to New York. Like I drive to New York City. It's only 7 hours. It's not that far. I went to Niagara Falls, Canada. It was very fun. I'll give you this: Canada's Niagara Falls is way better. Our side of the falls is better than the United States side of the falls. Like the horseshoe. That's the. Love the Rainforest Cafe. Rainforest Cafe is coated. Southern Ontario is for 19-year-old people from... Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you guys in your 21 still. That's wild. But then again, I mean, for the longest time, we couldn't buy beer or anything. And only recently can people buy beer in, like, the grocery store. Like, I mean, within 10 years, maybe. I've been sober for 10 years, and you couldn't when I drank. I traveled to British Columbia a lot when I lived in Washington, living at the northern border, chasing our dog that would run into Canada a lot. You live right at the border, yeah. Oh, serial killer Jeannie. My depression, you're the one who calls me the serial killer Jeannie, was cured on the 11th of May. What do you mean? Are you going to do MK Ultra video, or are you passing on that? I am doing MK Ultra. It's just taking a long time to write. It's being written over the course of a long time. And I'm talking about maybe doing that with a guest. "90 minutes from Toronto." There you go, Buffalo. Yeah, it's not far. That's the Blue Jays AAA team, the Bisons, is Buffalo. They just shuttle them across. Yeah, I've seen those videos with the accents. You should look up videos of Scottish people trying to say, "I've seen that purple burglar alarm." Yeah, it's a struggle for us. The struggle is real. My brother lives in Scotland, as I was saying earlier, right? He initially lived in Edinburgh. He was there for a few years, and then he moved to like a small town somewhere on the coast. How do some serial killers have higher IQ than average? For example, Kemper, Alcala, Dahmer, Leopold, etc. The same way some other people have higher IQs than other people, because they're just people. Doesn't mean IQ is a different. Don't get me started on IQ. There's the thing is, like, IQ is well and good. I've had the privilege of knowing many people with very high IQs who have the emotional intelligence of a fucking paper bag, and they don't know how to really interact with people in a social manner. And it's like, so there's a difference. There's emotional intelligence and IQ, and 9 times out of 10, I think studies show, I'm just quoting that out of my ass, that emotional intelligence is going to take you further than high IQ in life. It's great to have a little bit of each, obviously, but you can't have 0 IQ and high emotional intelligence and expect to get somewhere. But you need that emotional intelligence. The Unabomber was a product of MK Ultra. Yeah, he was in those Stanford is it Stanford? I can't remember. Experiments too. Hey, Breakfast Show, I haven't recommended your videos in a hot minute. Need to catch up. Have you ever interviewed or thought of interviewing someone with ASPD, commonly associated with psychopathy? No, it's a good question. Maybe I will. Imagine the CK we never catch. What's the percentage? I like this short form of CK. I mean, who knows? Tons. Well, not tons, but I would think it's probably quite a few. And we'll never know because they're not caught, so we don't know. When did you first become interested in true crime? Long time ago. used to watch it a lot. It's funny, I watched it a lot more when I was younger than I do now. So, in the summertime, when I was, I don't know, I want to say grade 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like through high school, kind of watching shows like American Justice. They would play it on like, or like A&E biography on, and then they would have a serial killer be like, A&E biography, Jeffrey Dahmer. And I would watch those kinds of shows like all day long in the summer. That's what really got me going into it, I'm pretty sure. Imagine the Charlie Kirk. I've seen Ontario when I was in a restaurant in the UP in Michigan. So like you saw it from like across the border when you were in Michigan. You ever thought about making a video on any serial killers from Scotland or the UK in general? I have done some UK guys. Peter Tobin is one that came to mind. Who have I done from the UK, people? I've done the guy that they called the Black Panther. He's not a serial killer, really. I've done Shipman. There's several. There's more than that. Are you going to cover Macabre the band? Make songs about serial killers. I feel like it would fit well with your channel. I was thinking of just like, should I at some point try to have them come and do something with them, maybe? But I don't know, because it's not my cup of tea, so I'm not sure. And it's funny because I used to like metal, but like I don't like that kind of thing, you know? I don't know. What do you guys think about something like Macabre? Because like my thing about Macabre and the difference between something like Macabre and my channel, if you ask me, and that, granted, I don't know a ton about them, just like some of the songs I've heard and watched some of the music videos because I've talked about them briefly on the channel. But to me, it seems like it does feel like they're glorifying it a bit. Like their songs are like, they do a song about like the wheels on the bug with Ted Bundy, and the whole music video is just this weird looking Ted Bundy guy like killing people, and it's supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be cool. I don't know, but they're not. And then on my channel, the point is like I'm kind of like making fun of Ted Bundy and like knocking him down and making fun of the bad guy and things like this, and I don't really get that vibe from them. It's like almost like reverence or something. So I don't know. What do you think? Am I wrong? Am I right? Maybe that's the episode, right? Or maybe I talk to them about that, like an honest conversation. Well, I'll send a DM. I'm an open book and would love to answer any questions or misconceptions. A lot of people think psychopaths have zero feelings whatsoever, which is just false and media BS. Well, yeah. Some of the members saw Dahmer's trial in real life, and they met Gacy. Please have them on. Congrats to 100K. It's 2 a.m., so going to dip. Have a good one. Night. Interview Guar. Well, serial killer Genie, I ask you this question. Who is the most evil serial killer? They all are evil in their own way. I mean, it depends on if you believe in evil. People who do anything with kids. They are a fantastic band. I was banned on Twitter because I said I hate homophobes. They are not glorifying them, they're making fun of them with dark humor. Are they? I'll have to look into it closer and maybe talk to them. Because, like, I'm just talking out of my ass. So I'd love to be told I'm wrong. That's great. Macabre, I feel a lot of it is to be edgy. I was a huge punk and metalhead in middle and high school, and a lot of friends I met that were into the same thing were into all that stuff to be diff. Yeah, I was in a metal band. I was a singer in a metal band. Screamer. You guys will never find that stuff. But that stuff exists out there. If you're Macabre, Oh yeah. If your channel goes ultra successful someday, and you get the chance to talk to someone in person, would you do it? Yeah, I've thought about this, and I've been asked this. If yes, who would you visit? I just finished Mindhunter. The very first thing that just comes to mind is Kemper. I don't think I'd want to talk to BTK. And I'm not sure I want to talk to any of them. I'm not sure I want to get that degree of separation. You know? Yeah, where is Wednesday? Good question. What's your Tim's order? There you go. I worked at Tim's for like 3 years when I was in high school, right? And everybody does when you live in a small town. I got my Tim's order is I'm not a double person, and I'm not a sugar person. I am, and unfortunately these days, since about 36, 37, I'm lactose intolerant. So like now I just have it's a large coffee, 2 almond milk. It's funny how much I hated almond milk in coffee, and how much I really like it now after just having to drink it. At home, if I'm just making coffee, I'm a big coffee person, so I have like a really big, fancy espresso machine with all just knobs and levers. But I just buy lactose-free milk and just use regular milk. I don't like cream in coffee anymore. I find it to taste like slick and slippery. What do you think of creators like Jax the Ripper pretending to be serial killers and bringing that past world back to life? Yeah, I've only seen a very little thing with that guy. If you're actually a serial killer, you're not... I don't know. And looking at their point of view, they use dark humor to not make it overly serious. I'll have to look, yeah. Could I beat Dahmer in a fight? I don't know. I'd be interested in talking to Dahmer, probably. Yeah. If you mean past or present, alive or dead, that's a different question. What's Tim's? I feel lost. It's our Tim Hortons. People call it Tim's. It's like the biggest coffee chain around here. It's a bigger coffee chain than Dunkin' is in the States. It's huge. And it's a lot better than Dunkin'. Yeah, it's more like Dunkin' than Starbucks. And Starbucks is trash now too, though. Anyway, Starbucks, like, they burn their milk all the time. So if I either go to Tim Hortons because I like coffee, fancy coffee, and like expensive coffee, but I also really like gas station coffee. So it's like I'll just go one or extreme or the other. Starbucks doesn't really have a use for me anymore because they're such middling. It's like I could go get a shitty latte, but if I want a latte, I want a good latte. Right? And if I want junk coffee, I just go to a gas station. What's Tim Hortons? How come serial killers who are money motivated, like H.H. Holmes and the Bikini Killer, count as serial killers, but King Von doesn't? Because Vaughn wasn't... Hold on, I'm going to come back to that. How long are you live? Just stumbled upon you. I usually stay live for like an hour at least, and then if I'm having fun, I just keep talking. I just talk with the comments, right? We're not doing anything fancy. Because usually King Von is not considered a serial killer because all of the... You go watch my video on King Von, but he had a relationship with all the people that he killed. He knew them all in some way or another from the get-go, right? And H.H. Holmes, for the record, though, like, it's a bad example because he's not really even considered, in most actual circles, he's not considered a serial killer, actually, because it's considered that he's actually kind of just, it was really sensationalized. He probably killed just a couple people, maybe. Like, it's... And Vaughn, the school of thought is that, serial killers aren't going online tweeting and bragging about it and stuff like that. It's that the train of thought is that he was just looking for clout, and most of it was because that person every single person, that he had killed he had perceived them to have done something wrong to him in some way or another, right? Serial killers, revenge is not a motive for a serial killer. It's just not, like, and it's based on a compulsion or, yeah, even financial, but, like, yeah, this idea that, like, look at BTK, look at Dahmer. None of the people they killed did they think had done something wrong to deserve to be killed. You know what I mean? Whereas with Vaughn, he was killing them which is the difference between internal and external. So that internal motivation with Vaughn, it is more external, because people were doing things to him. I'm going to kill you because you did that thing. You slighted me, you disrespected me, you blah, blah, blah. Whereas Dahmer and them, the person didn't do anything. There was no external thing causing them to say, I'm going to kill you. It was all coming from inside them, going like, I feel I need to kill this person to satisfy this weird thing inside of me. That's long short of it. Don't forget about me when you're the most famous expert, CNN correspondent. Today, for this incredibly important story, we bring you some guy. Thoughts on the Columbine shooters, even though they're not serial killers. What do you want to know? I've talked about them in a couple episodes. I used to live next to a grocery store in Philadelphia. It was built on the site, where'd that go? Where H.H. Holmes was in prison and executed. Oh, and he's Canadian? Yeah. Yo, my man, still Canadian? You got it. You need to reach out to whoever owns the rights to the song Serial Killer by Green Jello. I like the song I like Cereal by Verve Pipe. I love my cereal, morning, noon, and night. Bernardo, apparently he's allowed. Is there any Gen Alpha serial killers? Not yet. Probably. I don't know. Would you consider Burke and Hare serial killers? I haven't. You know what? Like, they're one that's kind of I don't know that much, but I've never even seen the movies actually, so I couldn't comment. Wait, I missed your first question. Harold in yellow walks away. I'm sorry I've missed the last bunch of live streams. I've been watching Seinfeld while working out. You watch Seinfeld and work out. Okay. I don't like Mondays is a toe tapper. There you go. You got them pipes, sir. Let's hear the screamo screams, though. Yeah, no. I bet you I'd throw up if I tried to do it again right now. Lisk is recent, but interesting. Makes me wonder about others out there. But you know what about Lisk, though? He's an older guy. He's born in the golden age, if you will, like at the same time as a lot of those guys. Like, he's similar, like, how old is he now? Like 60 something? 50, late, like he's got to be 60, right? And his crimes date back to the end of the golden age. I don't make up the term golden age. I gotta remind people that. Are there Gen Z serial killers, or are they too sexless for that? Does anyone honestly believe those stats about Gen Z? Because I don't. Yeah, who knows? Like, who knows? The only stat that I know about Gen Z that's absolutely true is that they I just pulled that out of my ass too. They hate to have a phone call. I work with people sometimes, and it's like they're doing some work for me, and it seems like they want at all costs to avoid having to speak for 2 seconds about revision notes, and then so they're just like, here, email. So I send the email, and I'm as clear as I can be in an email. Then they spend half a day doing what they think they're supposed to do, and then they send it through, and I go, nope, could have talked to me for 2 seconds, but now you wasted 5 hours. Sound like an old man shouting at the Get off my porch. Gen Alpha would be no older than 16 right now. There's no Boomer or Gen X 16-year-old serial killers. So getting a Gen Alpha to be one? Nah. How about serial underwear lovers? Your Russ Williams is peak Canadian serial killer and underwear freak. You know, I've done a full Russ Williams episode, right? It's one of my favorites. Do you think serial killers are evolving into mass shooters due to it being more difficult to not get caught? No. Completely different, in my opinion, completely different things driving them. You know what I mean? A serial killer and a mass shooter. I have a whole episode that's exactly on that, where I break it down. So I'm going to butcher my episode by trying to talk about it off the cuff. But completely different motivations, right? A mass shooters, yeah, no. And a serial killer, I've seen people say things like, well, nowadays a serial killer is just, yeah, they become a mass shooter because they can just get it all done in one go. And it's like, no. Because even if you had a serial killer, like I say, it's like an addiction. It's like a compulsion. So if you had a serial killer who did a mass shooting, let's say, in like a month's time, they would need to go and do another one, and then another one, because like that's how it works. It just rebuilds. There's no done for a serial killer. Every single serial killer ever, pretty much that we know of, anyways, either dies, gets caught. That's it. Nobody stops. BTK managed to stop for like 20 years, but he came back again. The question is, like, did he really though? Like, do we know for sure? There could have, maybe he didn't at all, and we just think he did, just because, like, maybe he's fucking lying. Like, they had some speculation about a couple people, but maybe, for all we know. No, not excuse your ignorance. It's a good question. Do I have a favorite true crime movie show? Favorite true crime movie, Zodiac, David Fincher. Amazing movie. Favorite show, Mindhunter, David Fincher. Taking off. Are there any serial killers with loving parents and family? Yeah, I'm sure there are. There's probably lots. There's a restaurant named Russell Williams Family Restaurant. Like, please change your name. That's funny. That's funny. Israel Keys. It's a peak serial killer for me. I'm shocked he got caught. He was so prepared. No, he's an idiot. Idiot. Guy's an idiot. People are, oh, he got desperate. That's why he used the ATM. No, he's an idiot. I don't care how desperate you get. Like I said in my episode on dumbest ways to get caught, he's up there. Oh, he's so smart because he planted these kill kids. He never blah, blah, blah. He'd fly across the country and then come back through. But then he used someone's ATM card after when they were missing. They didn't know the person was even dead yet, I don't think, if I remember correctly. But, like, he used the ATM card. Like, people are always desperate. He was low on money. You would be better off, because he had robbed banks in the past. You'd be better off to, like, literally go and rob a bank in that situation, even having committed that crime. Go and rob a bank if you're that desperate and get money. It's safer to do, sorry, I'm not giving suggestions, but it's safer to do that for him than it would be to use that ATM card, and less stupid for him to do that than it is to use the ATM card. But he didn't, so I always thought BTK probably channeled it into something else during that time. Did you ever make an episode on Rodney? No, I didn't. Not a full episode. Suddenly, stopping an addiction is kind of weird, especially when you don't recognize your addiction. I think you're onto something. Yeah. Do you remember where you were at when the high ranking officer in Canada was arrested for the murders. He was also that guy who wore women's underwear. That's Russell Williams we were just talking about. And at that time, if I'm not mistaken, I lived abroad. I lived either in the States or in Europe. So I actually didn't know about it at the time, I don't think. I remember kind of Willie Picton happening, even though I think I lived away then too. Any updates on the Discord server you teased a while back? Yes. So 100,000. I said I was launching the Discord server, and the Discord server will launch within the next week. We'll have a final meeting on it, and that will launch, and then I will be posting information for that Discord server on both the community tab on the channel, and in the next live we'll talk about where to join it. Just watch the Idaho Murders on Netflix. Any thoughts if you've seen it? Haven't seen it. I should get around to seeing. I should watch that one. Time is it? 9:44. We'll go 15 more minutes tonight. I'm gonna do an hour. I'm gonna go see Spider-Man in the morning. Merch and a Discord server? Am I in heaven? No, it's Iowa. What line is that? What's that from, people? Come on. It would be, is this heaven, though? No, it's Iowa. Don't Google it. Does Rocky Rambo qualify as a serial killer? I don't know. Episode. I was born in 74 says, yeah, I can see that point, Zeus's trident, lightning bolt, but I'm not sure. What's up? Cool stream. You ever heard of the Port Arthur massacre shooter? No, I haven't. The Zodiac enters the chat. Ah, I see. Please answer the Rambo question. I did. I said I had never heard of him. What do you think of the I-70 killer? Seems like a nice guy. I talk about him in my episode on truckers. It's called, I think it's one of the Where Did All the Serial Killers Go episode, talking about the highway system and all that. Are you going to do a video on Bruce MacArthur? Not a lot of people talk about him. I've talked about him in several episodes. Full video? Not sure. Maybe. Local. So I should probably. Yeah, I mean, there are serial killers that are smart. Again, like we said, there's a difference between emotional intelligence and like book smarts or IQ or whatever. Yeah, I'm seeing there's like something that I'm seeing an error saying YouTube is not responding, but congrats on 100K. Thank you. Port Arthur was a mass shooting that changed our gun laws in Australia. Oh, I've heard of that. Yes. You know what? I think I heard of it in a stand-up comedy special by I forget his name. You know the guy with the gun in the safe. He was very famous for a while there. What's his name? Jeffries? Jim Jeffries? I forget his name. Piss Pants Bundy. Let's see. Let's see if I can fix it here. YouTube not receiving. Hold on. Let's see if that helped at all, maybe. I hope. I guess we'll find out. Should. Maybe that helped. I tried stopping and starting it again. Hopefully that'll help. Congrats on 100K subs. You do great work. where can we go if we want to buy some merch? Yeah, like I said, that's one of the announcements for 100K. The store will be up in the next, I want to say, week, 2 weeks max. So stay tuned. I'm just waiting on the samples from the distributor and whatnot to make sure that I think they're good enough before I agree to sell them. But that should be coming any day. So yes, interesting. Like a Yorkie. Arf. It's not lagging for me, no problem here. How about we have Fred enter the chat? Come here, Freddie. Fred has entered the chat. Fred, say hello. Say hello, Freddie. He just sleeps down here a lot at my feet. We need breakfast here posters. I haven't done posters yet because I just don't know. I want to do limited merch to start, right? Like this company was trying to sell me on a bunch of stuff, and I was like, nah. Thankfully, live is working again. We need to rejoin. Okay, I restarted the thing, so I'm glad it's working. Freddie, say hello to the chat. Yeah? What do you think? It must be their signal. Mine is good. Okay. Whenever I bring Fred into the chat, people seem to like it. Hi, Fred. He's so cute. Yeah, he's a good dog. He's starting to get up there. How old are you? We got you in 2018. 2-6. He's 8. No, he's not named after Fred West. Not at all. You're just Fred. I'm gonna kidnap Fred. That's not nice. Hear that, Freddy? You're gonna go back down, okay, pal? Ugh. Hold on, I got you. There you go. Good boy. The merch has to be a cereal bowl. Tell me a cereal bowl. I'm starting with just shirts, for the most part. Cereal bowls and mugs, actually, are something I want. But I want to do a very cool design, and nobody can do it unless I have a lot more money, and I don't have the money yet. So I'm going to wait because I want to do cool things. Yes, congrats on 100K. I remember watching early on. My algorithm is nuts. And I remember thinking, how do you only have 4K followers? Good stuff, my man. Thank you. I think you mean sky's the limit, but thank you. He can smell you typing. A beagle? He's got the ears, yeah, but also have a dog from 2018. Looks a lot like a bodybuilder Chihuahua. Let's see what time we're sitting at here. All right, 10 minutes. Smoke them if you got them, folks. Not a lot of cars going through his basement, I guess. Yeah, I know this here. Servant Girl Annihilator. What about them? What if we did a Kickstarter or pre-order for the mugs? Potentially. So we want to hear what the design idea for that stuff is. Is that what I really wanted was like a white mug with like red inside, and then it came up and over the brim and spills down the sides of the mug. Right? That would be the mug design. Same with a cereal bowl. White bowl, red inside. The red comes up and over the brim. Every company that you talk to says, well, we can only do red up to here. Like, you know, like if this is a mug, you can only do red up to here. There needs to be a border. We can't go up and in. You can get a red. So I was like, okay, well, what if I got a red mug and then did a white design from the bottom that was the negative space, so that the red was left looking like it was dripping, right? That could work, but then there's going to be another red down here at the bottom, so it would look, Yeah. Anyways, it would work, but it'd be weird still. So. I had a Dalmatian in the past, Patches. Do people still like those mugs that change with heat? I don't know. I've never seen one. Why do you keep saying stuff like, oh, yeah. We need a logo on it, though. Yeah, there'll be the logo option as well. We could hand make them, like go a smaller company, like a clay throwing studio, and you could totally, yeah, of course. But like, then like, by the time you start getting into that kind of merch, and I would love to do that, but then it would be like, yeah, you want a mug? Okay, yeah, $74.99, because like by the time you make a small run of something like that, that is like handmade, you can only have a few, and to make money off it, like it would just cost me so much. One thing I was gonna do though is actually consider offering the Guess Who package. Favorite dog breed? I don't really have a favorite dog breed, I guess. I mean, I like Fred. He's my dog. He's a beagle. He's a purebred beagle. Aren't you? Kickstarter. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't think there's enough. I don't think we have a big enough audience yet to do a Kickstarter and have it be successful. Like, I feel like you'd do a Kickstarter and you'd get like 20 people to give you like $5, and you'd be like, okay, now I have $100. I need like to do that. You need like to do the mugs. You need like 10 grand, probably more. Just sell Tim Hortons cups. Yeah. Oh, and $74.99 Canadian is not 25, but it's bad right now actually. What is it? Let's see. 75 CAD to USD. 53. That's still pretty bad. It's good for me right now because I have some US clients, so I get paid US dollars, and then it ends up being a lot more money. Thinking about breakfast cereal merch is exciting. Thinking about the shipping prices, not so much. Make them pay $80. Which band were you in? Please tell us. No. Apparently, if you put the name Stanley on drinkware, people will riot. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Okay, 3 minutes to go. Anyways, I wanted to talk just one more last time about the channel and about 100K. And again, just reiterate my thanks. It's been a ton of work for me and for a couple other people, but really a ton of work for me. And it's been fun. Every single video. There's been slight downturns of a little bit of despair, but I've stuck with it, and I'm going to continue to stick with it, and I'm going to continue. There's been times where I could have chased the viral thing, but I do believe that the reason I started this channel was the opportunity to hopefully, potentially be able to make content that I liked, that I wanted to make, and that I would live or die by that, because if I do have success with the channel, the point is that I get to make stuff that I enjoy making. And if I just chase after that viral thing, and then I get viral for this or that, then I got to make more of this or that, and then I just have another job, and I'm not going to love it, and I'm not going to keep going. So I'm going to live or die by my content, my way, and we're starting to see that there are other people that like my content my way. And I think if you stick with me, that we're going to get to a spot where when we're there, the community that is growing and building around this channel is one that is much more sustainable, one that's much more dedicated, and one that has the opportunity to grow into something really great. So, thanks again. Love everybody for the support. Love everybody for watching the videos and making the comments and just being great. It's been so much fun. I love making videos. I love making content. I love everything about it. And I know the other guys do too. So we will talk to you soon, and I'll see you on the weekend with a new video coming out and on America. So in the meantime, let's just read the last few comments here. Keep up the good work. We love you. You found your place in the world and we appreciate it. So glad I stayed up to tune in tonight. Me too. My dog was almost hit by a semi-truck one time in 2009. Keep making the content we're here for. I can't wait every weekend to watch your videos. Can't wait to see what's next. Okay, folks. Love you. Wish me well. I'm going to see Spider-Man tomorrow. Take a little break. I need a break. And then I'm going to get home and I'm going to shoot tomorrow. So we'll see you guys on the weekend. In the meantime, cheers. Thanks again. 100